and welcome to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. Per usual, I'm excited to get into today's video because today we're getting a message from your person's higher self. So what does their higher self need you to know? What would their higher self say about the situation, about how they truly feel, really getting into their psyche, really getting into their energy, their spirit to see like what's really going on here. So per usual, you can reach me on Etsy. It's always linked in the description of every video if you need a private tarot reading. And other than that, pause the video if I go too fast through the piles. But we're just going to jump right in. We have group 1 with the Amethyst Argonite Point and the Gilded Tarot Royale. We have group 2 with the Tarot of the Divine and the Rose Quartz Argonite Point. I'm always dropping things. Rose Quartz Argonite Point there. We have group 3 with the Obsidian and the Wheel of the Year Tarot. Here's that. And we have group 4 with the Animal Totem Tarot and the Tiger's Eye Argonite Point. So like I said before, pause the video if you need more time, but those are the piles. We're just going to get into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the Amethyst Point, this is your reading. Message from their higher self. What does their higher self want you to know? What would their higher self tell you? We're going to get into that today. So let's just jump right in. For group 1, what are the messages from their higher self? Ooh, immediately, we got a couple that came out. Ooh, we have I want you. You know, I feel like there's a lot of things left unsaid, left undone in this situation. We need to let each other go. You guys may be on a break, but I feel like the break doesn't feel like a break. It doesn't feel like a break because I don't feel like we got to the break in an appropriate way. It feels like, you know, we both didn't agree to let go. It feels like both parties, like somebody wanted to stay in or both people wanted to stay in, and then someone finally had like a moment where they tapped into their strength and they're like, okay, I can let this go. So they let go at that point because they knew that the other person, if it was up to them, they would stay in the cycle or vice versa. So they just took it upon themselves like, okay, I have the strength to step away from the situation now, so I'm going to do that. I feel like the situation may have gotten toxic. I wish I had treated you better. From their perspective, they feel guilty. They feel remorseful. Their higher self wants you to know that this person still wants you and they regret how they treated you, the situation, the moves that they made. I'm starting to understand our connection. Ooh, that's good. So they're starting to understand the connection. That at least lets us know that they're getting in a more like a wise energy. A wiser energy, tapping into their higher self more, trying to consider seriously the spiritual aspect to this connection, whereas before they probably, you know, didn't try to look at the situation in a spiritual way at all. Maybe that was uncomfortable for them, something that they had never done. I hide behind material things. This person may have gotten, I heard, a new bike. They may have gotten a new bike. They may have gotten a new car. They may be doing a lot of shopping, a lot of retail therapy. It seems like they're, and if they're with someone else, don't be fooled by this person. Oh, there was another one that flipped. Don't be fooled by this person seeming to treat that other person better because they're hiding behind the material things. And it's time for me to heal now. So this person is in an energy where they're like, okay, my account is depleting. First of all, I don't even have enough money to keep up with these insane habits and trying to do all this travel or trying to bury my, you know, feelings in all of these new items. I lost myself for a while. I feel like this person, honestly, I'm getting an energy of them trying to say, okay, I want to slow down, or I'm not exactly where you are, like tapping into their energy. I feel like you guys wanted something from them that they weren't ready to give you yet, either their time or an admission of their feelings, whatever. You wanted them to offer you a relationship sooner than they were ready to. And honestly, I feel like they started to hate you a little bit for that. Like they really didn't like that they felt pressured and backed into a corner. So I feel like it's kind of like an animal. Like when you back a rabid dog into the corner, it's likely going to bite you. You're going to see its teeth, you know, you're going to see the worst parts of it for its own protection. And that's kind of how I feel like this person reacted. They're like, yeah, I showed you my toxic self. I lost myself for a little while. They're not proud of what they did, whatever they did. It feels like they showed you a part of them that's kind of scary. And so we have, I bury myself and work to forget you. Tapping into this person's energy, I can definitely tell you that they're remorseful, they're regretful, and I do see that they've been doing a lot of avoidance. They may have thrown themselves right back into the dating scene just to kind of shake off this connection and say, oh, that was just a one-off. Try not to think about it. Oh, that person was just someone who was triggering for me, or that person was just crazy, or that was just like a weird coincidence. They tried to basically like come to a point where it's like there was nothing more to that connection, you know. They tried to like reason away what happened between the two of you by experiencing, you know, things with other people. They definitely feel bad though. I'm afraid to contact you. That's giving me an energy of a dog with like the tail between its legs. Like they feel guilty, they feel embarrassed. I feel like you may have saw the worst parts of this person and it may have scared you, to be honest. But higher self wants you to know, I can't stop thinking about you. They're still thinking about you, still attracted to you, still wanting you. And the higher self wants you to know that that was pretty much the worst of this person. Like, I'm sure you didn't experience like everything this person could possibly do, but the higher self is saying you definitely didn't get their higher self. That wasn't me. Wow, we have the paradise and the phoenix. So they kind of want to redeem themselves. Like there's definitely an energy of they want to prove that they're not that person, not only to you but to themselves as well. I feel like they kind of scared themselves, like I'm a monster type of energy I get from them, like feeling like, dang, I'm freaking horrible. Paradise, this one says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. So they do want to get back to the point where you guys really liked each other and when you guys had a lot of fun with each other without force though, without like, they want to be with you, but they still want to be with you on their own terms. You know, this person kind of feels like, yeah, I definitely showed my behind there, but also you pushed me when I told you to stop, when I told you I wasn't ready, when I told you I was not where you were. You kept asking me the same thing or kept trying to force me to be there. And it's like, so I can't have any of you if I don't give you all. I'm not ready yet. Does that not matter? Like they kind of feel like they're not really being considered, and it's kind of making them feel cheap, like a void filler. Like you just want me to fill a void. Because if you're not listening like to my feelings and where I'm at and what I'm trying to say, and you can't like be reasonable or be fair or be patient, whatever, it just makes me feel like it doesn't matter if it's me or the next guy, me or the next girl. You're going to settle with whoever will just settle with you right now. I don't feel like they felt heard. I feel like they felt really trapped. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and a changed mind. So I feel like it's been a little bit since you guys have talked. Things have at least cooled down, calmed down. And now this person is kind of like wanting to come back here. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this connection? Oops, I'm not going to take this pile. I feel like they may try to woo you a little bit. Like they may try to get you to admit to a date, like get you to go on a date with them, get you to see them. We have I like you that came out first. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. So I feel like they miss you. They want to see you again. The Dragonfly says, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for healing for you guys moving forward. The higher self is basically trying to get this person back to a space where they are themselves, you know, where they're not acting in this animalistic kind of way, feeling backed into a corner. They're calming down. I feel like they're going to come back and apologize, and they're also going to want to talk about things. So I feel like they'll give you clearer communication. So at that point, it'll be up to you to meet them in the middle. Like, you know what, I can admit my fault too. I backed you into a corner. You know, I refused to accept what you were saying. I didn't make you feel heard. I wasn't treating you like a human. I was treating you like just, you know, extra number two, and I'm going to treat you better moving forward and listen to you and compromise. And if you tell me that you need space, then I feel like, you know, you guys will be able to clear the air. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference is what that says. Ooh. Well, and we knew that actually, because we did have some cards that came from the first deck to let us know that there may have been another party involved. Spirit, what's going on with this third party situation? Have they let that go? Are they still pursuing it? Who is that? Who is this other energy? Ooh. 2 8s came up for you guys. The 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is an abandoned relationship. So this is someone that they know from the past. This could be an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. This could be an ex-partner. This could be an ex-fling, an ex-F-buddy, like whoever would kind of make themselves available again. With this Devil card in reverse, though, I do feel like this person has good intentions and they do genuinely want to be with this person. But this person's heart isn't in it. It is someone that they used to deal with in the past, but they're not 8 of Pentacles in reverse trying to build a future with them moving forward. It's kind of just Devil in reverse, like this is someone convenient. Technically, I'm not getting another body by being with them. I already know them. I know what they're about. I already know, like, we get along. We've talked before. Like, it's not too much of a hassle, not too much, like, you know, that type of energy. Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Now this is interesting because this lets me know they didn't hit that person up. It was just like right place, right time, and that person made themselves available. So I don't feel like your person is going to have any issue letting go of them, and Spirit is saying they're not still invested here. 6 of Wands in reverse. This isn't the person they're surrendering to, the person they want to be with, the person they're trying to pursue. And then it came out. For accentuation. Oh, I think there's a card that flipped. Let me see. Yeah, 9 of Cups in reverse. I don't feel like there's any real love with this third party situation. I just feel like it was kind of convenient. So 10 of Swords, they're going to be letting that go even on a personal level. Like, say you were like, you know what, no, too much has happened. I don't want to be with them moving forward. I don't see them continuing to deal with that person too much longer anyways. This person is, you know, going to be put to bed completely with that 10 of Swords, put to rest anyhow. So Page of Swords, they want something new. Your person wants something new. Nine of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. Oh my gosh, you guys are getting so many like repeating numbers. We got the 2 8s that came out, and then we have all 9s here. Wow. The 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Then we just got the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. A lot of endings happening. 9 of Pentacles is a card of fulfillment. It's a card of being good on your own. 9 of Swords is them kind of really overthinking about the situation with you, feeling really guilty, really bad. They want to talk to you. They want to resolve it. And they feel like they're ready now. I feel like they'll be getting ready soon. And especially with this Page of Swords coming out, you should be hearing from them sooner rather than later. Spirit, what else can you tell me? 6 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. You know, this is mental torment, to be honest. This is mental torment. Them feeling like they cannot like live without making the situation better. They have to fix it. Knight of Swords, you know. Page of Swords is like, okay, I want to pursue this new thing. I want to, you know, go back to my situation with you, rekindle that. And Knight of Swords is like knowing I have to show up as a more upgraded version of myself, and I have to take accountability for the things that I've done. I have to act as if I've learned the lessons that I've learned. You know, I have to put in action to show that I'm worthy of this situation. Ten of Cups in reverse, taking full responsibility. But they're doubtful. I mean, Ten of Cups in reverse, that's not really what you want to see. They kind of feel like their time is past with you. We have the Hermit card and the Justice card that just came out. They know they have to make things right, but I feel like they're stuck between making things right. I feel like they're stuck between making things right with you or just allowing you to go on and have happiness, because they know. I feel like this person messed up. They must have did something really freaking bad. Because it's hard to believe that this is just a fumbled opportunity we're talking about here. Like someone you had a flirtationship with in the past and fumbled, unless they left you hanging like many times, like they made it seem like they were going to show up as a better version of themselves over and over and over and over and over again, but just didn't. Unless it's like something like that, this person feels hella guilty, like really, really, really bad. Like they did something. Spirit, what other message can we get for their higher self? Throat chakra, that's communication. Then we have the Destiny card. I remember in the beginning of your spread, I was talking about how I felt like they were going to, I felt like they were acknowledging the spiritual aspect more. And with this throat chakra, they're communicating how they really feel. So be prepared for that. I do see that there's going to be a conversation happening. Spirit, what else can you tell me? Yep. Truth bomb. Shoo. You guys better be prepared. I'm like, this person is coming in a very serious energy. They're not holding back. They're fully admitting their faults. But I do feel like they're also admitting like, this is why I did that. And they're kind of needing you to meet them in the middle. We have the heartache and loss card. Ultimately, this person doesn't want to lose you. They feel like they already lost you, if I'm being honest, but they don't want that to be the reality. What are the other messages from their higher self? Transformation card. I feel like they're going to kind of let you know everything. We have heartache and loss, truth, destiny. You know, this is them being honest about how the situation affects them and how they feel hurt, how they've been missing you. Truth card about how they really feel on both ends. Destiny card admitting to you like, you know, I feel like there's some sort of a spiritual connection here or something here that's not average, not normal, something that I haven't experienced before. Transformation, letting you know that they've been doing work on themselves and what that work is. At the bottom of the deck, we have the base chakra. So another chakra energy. They've been trying to really ground this energy because I feel like this whole thing has been very triggering for them. Like on one end, they're triggered at seeing their own capability. They never thought themselves to be the kind of person who could do something like whatever they did. And then on the other end, they're kind of feeling like validated. Like if they did something that physically hurt you, there's no excuse for that. So they're having to admit like what they've done in that regard. We have discontent and boredom. So I feel like ultimately that's where the third party situation may have came in. There may be that third party situation may have came in as you guys were still dealing with each other, and that triggered you even more. And that may have been why you were looking for like clear-cut communication at that point from them, because it's like there's another person involved here. I'm not going to sit here not knowing. So we have the new beginning card. Ultimately, you guys will be moving forward, but their higher self wants you to know they feel extremely guilty. They've been doing a lot of work on themselves, and they're going to come back to you at least with an apology and hopefully to rekindle if you're open to it. We have suffering and silence in the waiting game. You know, they haven't want to put any pressure on you. They're kind of looking at you like you're like this angel, like, I don't want to disturb him anymore. I don't want to disturb her anymore. I don't want to hurt her anymore. So they've been, you know, suffering in silence, waiting for the perfect opportunity. We have the Power card in accelerated motion, so it may have been quite a while since you've spoken to them last, heard from them. More of those 8s and another 9. Like, what the heck is going on with these numbers? You may be seeing a lot of combinations of 8 and 9 because the Power and accelerated motion are both 8. Suffering in silence is a 9 card. There's a lot of repeated numbers that kept coming up for you guys. Any other messages from their higher self or a spirit? What advice do you have for them? We have you're healing your heart. The heart hints, sorry, it says the heart hurts, but will mend in time. So Spirit is saying definitely continue on your healing journey. At the bottom of the deck, no longer holds power over you. Dissolve attachments of the past with love. So I feel like if we're going to have to start, you know, if we're going to have a new start, it's going to have to be on a new foundation, a new beginning. So that's basically an energy to let go of the past in total, so you guys can start new. Believe in your power to manifest. Breathe your creation into existence. If you want to see love out of this person, Spirit is saying to see the connection in loving eyes. And also, if you guys have been trying to manifest this person back to you, I feel like that's naturally happening. You don't even need to do that, but it's working. Stay strong. Be a guiding light. Ground yourself. Be love. More of that base chakra energy that we got before. From the other deck, Spirit is telling you to ground yourself as well so that you can move forward without getting triggered, but being able to have this conversation fully and say everything you need to say. Enjoy where you are, for soon you will be somewhere else. Yeah, something is coming rather quickly too. And then we have you deserve good things. I love that. Keep your focus on what you want is what it says at the bottom of that. So that is the advice from Spirit. But yeah, you guys, wow, very deep pile. That is everything that I got from you, from their higher self. You can find me on Etsy, linked in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. But that is what I have for you guys today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Tarot of the Divine and the Rose Quartz Point, this is your reading. Message from their higher self. What do they want you to know? What do they want to tell you? What are their purest thoughts of the situation? We're going to get into it today, so let's jump right in. What are the highest thoughts? Thoughts of the higher self when it comes to the situation. Ooh. So your person, from the looks of it so far, we only got one card here, but they're trying to look at the situation from a higher perspective naturally. Like, this isn't their higher self. So it says, I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So that's not their higher self saying, oh, they're, you know, this is a good thing for them. This is like a channeled message from the higher self saying that they are grateful that they got to learn whatever it is that they've learned through this situation. It was very telling for them. I don't feel like they thought about love this way. I don't feel like they thought about romance this way. It's kind of like you change their perspective on what's expected of them, how they should show up. I know that I crossed the line with you. The higher self wants you to know that this person is starting to take responsibility. They're starting to realize that if they don't get to be with you, it's something that was likely their fault. We have, I want to be more than friends. And I feel like the situation, so far, I'm not getting a super, super low vibrational, crazy energy, like it's something insane that went down. For now, I'm getting, you know, an energy more on the lighter side. I don't feel that this person is proud of their actions, their choices that they made in this situation. But I feel like they were really kind of dragging their feet. We have, I left when I saw you with someone. So I feel like this person is really good at making you jealous. But as soon as you match that energy, it's like, hold the freaking phone. All of a sudden, there's a change of tune from them. All of a sudden, they're super, super offended. You may have ghosted them or stopped talking to them, stood up for yourself. Because we have, I look for you everywhere. So it's like the things that you guys used to do. And honestly, I feel like there's almost been a loss of the spiritual connection between the two of you. Because there's definitely an energy here of them kind of feeling like, I cannot connect with you anymore. Like, as hard as I try, they kind of feel like the spiritual connection or whatever connection you guys had going on is not there anymore. We have, I hide behind material things. So I definitely feel that they've been trying to keep themselves busy. They may be overspending, eating a lot, buying things that usually make them happy to try to get themselves out of the slump they're in. I feel you even though we are apart. I feel like sometimes they think about you and they feel like that thought isn't their own. Like, you know, you just come into their head and they're like, you know, I wonder if they're thinking of me as well. I wonder if they miss me as well. I wonder if they feel the same way that I do. I wonder if they're still thinking about this. I wonder if they've truly moved on. And it's just like feeling like such a missed opportunity from them. And the higher self is saying that they feel like, you know, if you decide that you're never going to talk to them again, that's because of something that they did. And then we have, it was my fault, but I blamed you. So I feel like this person tried to put everything on you. Like, you were the problem. I feel like they tried to, I will wait for a sign from you. They kind of want an invitation to come back in. And I've been getting this energy so much lately. It's annoying, to be honest, because it's just like, you know, I miss the time when people acted on their own accord. Why do I have to, you know, walk you through everything? You speak to me through music. I feel like you guys still communicate energetically, but I don't feel like it was the way before. The way it was before felt like you guys, it felt like you would communicate like in the 5D and the dream space and other dimensions. Telepathically, you would communicate. You would feel their energy around you, feel their presence around you. It felt like this otherworldly kind of connection. I feel like they're getting signs and signals from you, but it's like haunting. It's like they're hearing songs that remind them of you, or say like you have a saying. Like, it's like they'd be listening to music and they'd hear that saying that you usually say in the song, and it's just like extremely haunting because they don't feel that super close connection with you anymore. It's almost like you've done a cord cutting ritual on them, or you've cut the cord with them spiritually. You've shut them out spiritually, because it's like they can't connect with you in the way that they could before. I feel like before they could think about you and, you know, like manifest getting a text from you super easily. Like, they would think about you and then, you know, you'd send them a text message. Like, I don't feel like you guys have that spiritual connection anymore. I feel like it was cut off. So it's like you're still communicating, but it's not the same. We have heartbroken and not today. Heartbroken says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. They miss you, that's for sure. They're definitely heartbroken. They're very affected by the situation, and I feel like they didn't realize that they cared as much until they got to this space, unfortunately. Then we have not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, and still angry. I feel like they feel more so that from you, especially since they're waiting for a sign. Like I said, I wish people would just, you know, reach out. I'm going to reach out because that's what I feel in my spirit is best for me to do, versus getting an engraved invitation all the time. Like, where is your masculine energy? Jesus Christ. We all have masculine and feminine energy. I'm going to need you to step into yours, especially if you say you want this. How bad can you want it if you're not doing anything? Rant over. It's just annoying. We have the coffin, hand of cards, and wedding rings. Wow, what the heck? This person is really kind of reconsidering who you are to them. And I feel like they're going to try to give it another go. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting, and promise. So I feel like they're going to be coming back and they're going to be trying to show up as a much better version of themselves. We have the coffin here. This one says endings bring new beginnings, which is exactly the energy that I'm getting. I don't feel like you guys can, I don't feel you can move forward on the connection that you had in the past. It's kind of like we really do have to start over. Growth, change, liberation, and transition. So their higher self is communicating that they're going through a transition. They're seeing the situation more seriously and they're realizing what was kind of left here. Hand of cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. So I feel like they're still holding their cards close to their chest, not trying to show you what their next move is, almost trying to, you know, and that's the thing, like, there's an energy oftentimes where people teeter. And it's like every move matters when people are in this space, because you can give them the validation that they don't have to put in as much work, or if they wait long enough, you will come back to them, initiate things with them, or you can hold out, and kind of put them in a position where they kind of have like an ultimatum, like, if you want me, you're going to have to pursue me, otherwise you're not going to get me because I'm not coming to you. And I feel that's where this person is, like really at their breaking point, at the point where they're about to fully surrender, because they see that is the only way they can move forward with you. And that's the energy we need this person in, because this whole, I'm gonna wait for a sign for you, like, you're going through it, losing your spiritual connection with this person, seeing them everywhere, or looking for them everywhere, you know, hearing signs and hearing songs that remind you of this person, like you going through it and you still are to reach out, like too scared, like, nah. We got the cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So I feel like, you know, the situation with you and them is on repeat. That may be one of the songs they're hearing. I forget who that's by, but let's see. Keys on a ring, mask, and camera. The camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and making memories. I feel like this person is watching you as well, watching you on social media, watching your every move, especially the fact that they saw you with someone. Unless that was in person, that's something that you did that struck a chord with them, like something you posted that had made them feel away, child. And then we have the mask card, and I feel like, you know, the cracks are starting to show. The mask, not showing true feelings, hide personality, pretend, declude, and gaslighting. I feel like they tried to wait as long as they possibly could to get you to come back to them and pursue them. Keys on a ring, many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand. They may be trying to get over you by getting under someone else, if we're being honest. Trying to keep up this whole, no, I can have anyone I want persona by getting the validation outside of you. But Five of Cups in reverse, it's not fulfilling, it's not enough, it's temporary fulfillment. So King of Cups in reverse, Three of Coins. This is an energy of them admitting they're false and they're trying to show up as a better version of themselves, trying to, Three of Pentacles, work with the universe. And in order to do that, King of Cups in reverse, they have to admit their flaws. They have to admit where they've gone wrong and, you know, realize that's why it's, you know, that's why they are where they are. That is what has landed them in these sticky situations. They didn't have to be here. So we have the Four of Coins in reverse. They're kind of teetering right now. Their higher self wants you to know that they're going through a transition. And I feel like it's 60-40, 60% the newer version of themselves, the version of themselves that they want to show up as, and 40% them still hanging on to the older version of themselves. I feel like every here and there, they'll sleep with someone, or they'll, you know, entertain a connection of the past. Like, you know, to kind of hold them over through their growth period. It's not happening overnight, and they're not perfect yet by any means. 10 of Coins in reverse, Devil in reverse. They're not building with someone new, but with this Devil in reverse, they're not fully facing themselves yet, not fully facing all of the issues. So I feel like they're definitely teetering. King of Wands, trying their best, but ultimately choosing like what feels best. And sometimes what feels best may be a physical, something going on with someone else. 5 of Swords in reverse. They don't want to admit that they're a bad person. 10 of Wands in reverse. They're trying to avoid karma hardcore. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, 5 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse. Definitely a transition that they're going through. We have the World card. So for the most part, I do see them going through the transition, but Ace of Cups, their own happiness is most important right now, if I'm being honest. And it's going to take some time before you should entertain anything this person has to say, because otherwise, 2 of Swords, Spirit is like, pretend like you don't even see them. Their higher self is saying they're not ready. You're just going to end up in the same cycle. And especially if you've been on a path with this person where you've gone through, didn't we have something about, yeah, the cassette was talking about, like, that's why I started to sing that song, and I keep getting the like, there's definitely something here about cyclical energy between the two of you. So you may have gone through this over and over and over again with this person, and Spirit is saying, you know, make them go through their full transformation. Do not let them come back into your life until they're fully ready. And so is the higher self, because the higher self is like, you know, if this is someone that, like, their higher self is like, you know, if I want to be able to have you in the future, I'm going to have to show up as the best version of myself. That's the only way that it's going to work. And you're going to say no if I keep hurting you. So if you keep dealing with me while I'm in this transitional phase, you're just going to get hurt. We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So the underlying energy is that they are growing, and, you know, it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, where it's like, yeah, you're making progress, but every time you make a little bit of progress, 1 step back, they sleep with someone again. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you don't need to be around to see that. We got the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So their higher self is saying, if you stay around right now, you're just going to get hurt. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, or 9 of Coins in reverse. This person doesn't have anything to offer you at this time. We got the 7 of Cups. That's an energy of them entertaining other people. 4 of Swords in reverse. You don't have to be bound by this situation if you allow them to go through their process alone. With this Empress card, it's just like you're worth so much more than watching this person deal with other people. And that's kind of where they're at right now. Spirit, what else can you tell me about the situation? What are the other messages? Ooh. Yeah. We have leadership, patience, and success. So if you still want to be with this person, you will be able to be with them. At the bare minimum, you'll definitely get an apology from them. So that'll be a good way to end the cycle if that's what you want to do, so that you can let it go. Because we don't always get like an apology. We don't always get closure from people. So it's always nice when you are able to get that, especially if that's what you're looking for. But we have the leadership card. You're going to have to let them take the lead on this, because otherwise they're just going to hurt you. Like, if you chase them and pursue them, they're just going to feel backed into a corner again and end up hurting you. So you're going to have to be patient if you want this person, because their higher self is saying they are not ready. And they're going to fumble, you know, the opportunity to be able to be with you if you take them back too soon. We have the journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. So definitely let them come to you. Oh my God, what is this? We have, I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already signed angels to you. So let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending I've got coming is going to rock your world. So that spirit kind of like really cradling you and giving you a warm hug and letting you know that everything is going to work out in your favor. Now, this one is going to take an apology, I feel, but it's up to you. Try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. So true. So freaking true. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You're creating new memories. So Spirit is saying there's no reason for you to be miserable right now. Honestly, for your own like sanity, it's like, you know, tap into some fun. It's hard to say because it's like, man, when you're in the thick of that breakup, like, especially me personally, when I'm in the thick of a breakup, I'm a Cancer, so I like to be alone. I like to burrow. I don't want nobody trying to make me happy, trying to make me go out and have a good time, especially if I'm sad. Like, nah. But Spirit is saying, like, you know, you deserve to be happy. And this person is obviously still going through their own process, and they're not miserable. They're sad and regretful, but they're not miserable. They're doing things to keep their spirits up while they go through this thing, sleeping with other people, doing their thing, living their life, you know. And I don't feel like you need to match that energy, but I would definitely say, you know, to make some effort towards your own happiness, doing things that make you happy so that you don't have to be miserable because of what's happening. The reason this one says, the reason some people have walked away from you with no reason has nothing to do with you. They've been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. They're going to have to go through a transformation. The way that they show up to you is not the way that they've been here before. So open yourself up to new beginnings. Don't wait for someone like this, especially someone teetering. You know, best case scenario, yeah, they heal, they come back. You know, you guys get to move forward. Worst case scenario, they don't heal. They don't ever come back. And you just waited all that time and wasted all that time. Missed out on experiences, love, all sorts. For what? Potential. The last one says, don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing sappy. Is it sappy or soppy? You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. So that spirit being like, you know, you're waiting for the situation and your life is passing you by. So like I said, best case scenario, they show up the way that it's looking like they will, but they're still very much like 60-40 is not, that's not quick. Especially if it's like, say for example, it's been 2 years since you last talked to them and they're only 60% through this transition. That's another year or so you gotta wait. For what? You know? So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. You can always check me out on Etsy if you want your own private tarot reading. You can find me there. But that is what I have for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Wheel of the Year Tarot and the Obsidian Point, this is your reading, a message from their higher self. What would their higher self say to you? What does their higher self want you to know about this situation? So let's get right in. What are the messages for group 3 with the Obsidian? Their higher self. What does their higher self have to say? What does the higher self have to say about the situation? I don't know what this is talking about. It could go either way. We have, I remember every detail of that day, and I know I messed everything up. For a few of you, I feel I remember every detail of the day was the last time you saw each other, but it wasn't a negative energy. It's just like they regret not getting your number, or they regret not making a move on you. They regret whatever it is that happened, but it's not low vibrational. Now, I know I messed everything up. For some of you, this person is feeling some guilt feeling some guilt about what they've done in the past. I want to tell you how I feel. Let me try to fix this camera. Oops. I want to tell you how I feel is really an energy of them kind of being like, I know you want more from me. I know that I could do better. I know that I could give more into this situation. And I know what you're looking for. I want to match that energy. I want to meet you there. But at the same time, the reality is they feel like they messed up everything. So they don't know if they can, they don't know if they can come back to you, like if you are even open to that. They want to tell you how they feel though. I'm starting to understand our connection. So I feel like they have a better understanding of who you are and what you need out of them. I hide behind material things. Honestly, this gives me an energy of someone who tries to put out this, like, I mean, it's a lot of people now during this time, like a lot of people hiding behind an aesthetic. Ooh. I know I was a distraction for your pain. Let's get into it, you guys. I feel like this pile is going to be very different. I know I was a distraction from your pain and I regret lying to you. Almost makes it feel like there was this world that they created for you because they knew that you needed it. Before it was them, I feel like it was someone else. Someone else who you had a lot of investment in, someone who you thought was like your whole heart, someone you thought you really would end up with. That didn't work out, or you met them and then you attached that energy to them. Then it became them. And honestly, they never felt like you guys met in a genuine energy. They always felt like you were both distracting each other from someone else. And then through that process, you kind of fell for each other. But I feel like when you guys met, it was all surface level. Like what attracted you to them is how they looked. Maybe they appeared to have it all together, or they were someone who you found attractive, or someone who has sweet eyes, you know, really nice eyes, someone who looked sweet. They looked like the kind of person who would be able to treat you better, but it kind of just feels like they ended up being the same as everyone else. And I feel like they gassed it up. Like they were like, yeah, oh my God, I feel so connected to you, da 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 da. But they're like, I mean, you were lying to me too. Like their energy is like, how can you be talking about you're so in love, can't get over the person you just, you know, and then as soon as you meet me, you're like, yeah, I'm so attracted to you. I know you're the one. They're like, you still had someone in the back of your mind as well. So we kind of gassed this connection to each other because we were two lost souls trying to be there for each other through our pain. But at the end of the day, we both had things under the surface that we did not admit. So I feel like they're kind of taking responsibility, but at the same time, they're saying, you know, you can't put this all on me because I was a distraction for you. You wanted to be with someone else before you even met me. And when you first met me, you still wanted to be with that person. And then you thought you would be able to live out, you know, a happy timeline with me. So then you attached all of that to me. But, you know, I was never someone you like, I don't know. I just feel like this person never felt like you truly loved them genuinely. I feel like they felt like both of you were kind of distracting each other from other people or other things. We have, I hope that you can forgive me one day. So I feel like they may have walked away from this connection to pursue someone else, to pursue something genuine, or just in general, they kind of closed off because, like I said, I feel like you knew from jump this person had baggage that they had not worked through. So it's kind of like not fair to put an expectation on someone to be a star when you know that they're someone who still has a lot to work on. I want to be more than friends. Their higher self is really kind of saying this was kind of this kind of started off not the best. Like I wish I could take back my words. So I do feel like they said something that was hurtful to you. They either projected something onto you, or they really kind of let you have it, just not considering your feelings. Either way, I do get a regretful energy about that. What are the other messages from the higher self? Ooh, not surprised, not surprised. We got the love card that came out. There's a card sticking to this too. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, so love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. I do feel like there was genuine love between the two of you. What their higher self wants you to know is that they did love you, or they do love you, but we have stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. I feel like they chose to go be with someone else, or they kind of broke up with you in a very swift kind of way. They ghosted you, said some things that really kind of hurt you. We have not enough. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage. Where was I? Self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So I feel like they may have told you, like, you're not what I want. Ooh, now this is tea, you guys. We got the golden mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Showing you everything that you wanted to see from them. But you could have made the choice to see the truth. See past the love bombing. You know what I mean? Or investigate. Like when you walk into a car dealership and they say, this is the best one on the lot. You're just going to take their word for it and skirt off in it? Or are you going to take the car to a mechanic? Or bring someone with you that knows about cars that can make sure before you put your money on the line? If you put your money on the line, you pay, you take their word for it. Honestly, you didn't do anything to keep yourself from ending up in that situation. And you're your first line of defense. So, you know, that's something you have to take responsibility over. You can't be like, it's your fault. I feel like this situation got very toxic because both of you mirrored exactly what the other needed or wanted to see. But I don't feel like it was real. I feel like it was just like, you know, two people just trying to feel something, or two people wanting love that haven't done the work, that aren't ready for it. We have talking. This one says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, or hovering. So I feel like they've been writing text messages and deleting them, like wanting to communicate with you, but can't quite get out what they want to say. We got the mirror that just came out. So 2 mirror cards. Oh, there's another one under here. Mirror. Mirroring each other's self-image, relationship, reflect on our words, introspection. This may be a twin flame situation we're talking about here. I'm definitely getting the typical twin flame runner chaser dynamic where it's like, okay, one day you're on me, one day I'm on you, you know, but a lot of mirrored energy, reflecting the truth within each other, even if we have separate truths. Like, I feel like you guys shined a mirror on your flaws, or truly what it is that you want, or where you need, you know, work still, that kind of energy. We got separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. So they're uncomfortable in the separation. We have the healing heart. I feel like they're actually trying to do the work at this point. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from the toxic relationship or addiction, because regardless of how they feel about you, they still need to heal. They need to do the healing that they needed to do before you even got in the picture at all. And vice versa. We have the hand of cards, taking a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. So this person is still figuring out what they want. We got the keys on a ring card at the bottom of the deck, and that symbolizes having multiple options as well. And kind of like, you know, a key, each key opens a different door, and kind of exploring, you know, what's in each door. So if they are talking to someone else romantically at this time, they're trying to see if it's any better. 3 of Wands in reverse and the 8 of Swords. Definitely some healing that needs to happen. I feel like, you know, you felt like you were going to get a message from them sooner than now. You may have been waiting for a message from them. This person is messed up. You may not have even known all this, even though you guys both have your own things to work on or your own things you may have been running away from. I feel like this relationship shined a mirror on what both of you were looking for and how much you're willing to give to get it, or how much you're willing to ignore to get it. But I don't think you actually know what they're going through. Like, I don't feel like you actually know, like, what they've been through, like, or how bad it is. Because it feels like a lot of hiding that this person is doing. And I feel like there's some scary stuff behind that mirror. We got the Fool card here, which symbolizes new beginning. Spirit, what else can you tell me? What other messages from behind their higher self? Yeah, honestly, they're just looking for fulfillment. We have the Fool and the Star. They're just looking for the one, looking for whatever is going to make it feel better, whatever is going to relieve them from themselves, from their journey, from the work that needs to happen. And there isn't anyone, you know, there isn't anyone that can take away all the pain. There isn't anyone that can do it for them. You know, they're going to have to do it. And I feel like they're just chasing, I'm hearing like chasing waterfalls, like, you know, if you've ever seen like the TLC movie of, or the music video of Chasing Waterfalls, it just reminds me of that part when the girl is like sleeping with all of those people and then she finds out she has like an incurable, you know, situation going on. It's giving me, or was it a guy? I don't know. Someone in that movie had like some bad news. There was all sorts of stuff. Just go watch the video. But that's the energy that I get. Like, they're just trying to run away from themselves, run away from what they're feeling. And I feel like they're warming up to trying to actually heal from it. But honestly, what they want is just to be happy. And they don't feel like they can be happy if they fully acknowledge all that they've done, you know, in their life. I feel like they've been through some really dark periods of time, and they don't really want to look at themselves in that way, because they'll have to admit, like, at some point I've been the villain. But from their perspective, they feel like I've been a monster. Like, if they look at it, and I don't feel like you know. I feel like you know what they've said and what they've done to you in that part, but I don't feel like I don't feel like you guys know how bad this person has kind of screwed over other people or not been the best to other people. We do have the Six of Wands here, so ultimately they want to heal, move forward, and I do feel like they're growing, which is good. But their higher self wants you to know you do not know the half. You do not know the half. And then from Spirit, I get an energy like vice versa. Eight of Wands in reverse, they don't know the half either. So I feel like both of you guys are kind of on this path of self-exploration. And that's why things are at such a standstill, because we can't move forward. We can't just keep creating, because at this point we're just creating karma. Yeah, we got the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords here. I feel like Spirit forced you guys to slow down and to stop. Stop getting under other people to get over whoever initially, you know, you were trying to run from. Or we can't continue to just fill these voids, because we're not even filling the void anymore. We're just getting wrapped up in the next person and the next person and the next person and creating further karma. And Spirit is like, this isn't going to work anymore. Not for true healing. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. This person is working on themselves. I feel like they want to apologize, but they're going to have to go on a solo journey. And I think that that's what their higher self is really trying to, yeah, Ace of Swords. This doesn't have anything to do with you. You know, you don't deserve to deal with the backlash that comes with trying to heal and help someone, you know? Just a couple more, Spirit. Thank you. yeah, you know, it's not up to you to fix and heal them. It's kind of like, trying to think of an example. Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. Like, you don't deserve to take on this person's burden. This isn't your problem to solve. And I feel like you guys, you know, kind of built this bond on looking for something that had to start by you guys resolving something within first. And that's why it kind of didn't go as far as you wanted it to. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is trying to build something on a very shoddy foundation. And I feel like both of you guys had to build a foundation within yourself so that you could be able to move forward. We got the Two of Cups in reverse and the Empress in reverse. So I feel like you put up with more than you know you should have. And this person does regret that. But their higher self is saying, yeah, Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They have quite the journey to go on without you. Quite the journey. What else can you tell me? Heartache and loss, rest and rejuvenance. Yeah, this is definitely a time for healing. This is what they're doing right now. Trying to heal, trying to rest so that they can come at their problems from a healthier angle. We have, when going through tough times, it's important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You've overcome these challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and thankful for all that you already have. So Spirit is saying you're going to get through this. Your spiritual team is here with you. And I just get a lot of escapism with this pile. And your guides are like really here on standby, ready to support you and help you. You will soon be surprised and grateful for how everything happened the way that it did, for you to receive better and greater. It's all adding up in your favor. Trust the process and how things are unfolding for you. So the best advice that I could say for you guys right now is just to try to heal and reset from the situation. Try to take away from it what the learning lessons are. Also to finally heal and accept what happened in the situation before this one, and even with this one too. So that you can be available when your opportunity that you would have wanted all along is actually here. No matter what happens, no matter how far away you seem to be from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. And that's exactly what I feel for you guys. I feel like this has definitely been the long road. This isn't the easy road, the short road that most people are willing to take. This is the hard road. And we have the Success card here, so I do see everything eventually working out in your favor, but it's not without pain, it's not without sacrifice. And that is for certain. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 3? I'm hearing I'm sorry. Just I'm sorry from their higher self. We have the Patience card that came out. Be patient with yourself. Patient with this person. Patient for your future. We have Simplicity and Opportunity. So the more you let go of whatever is holding you back or whatever is holding you down, like the more you let go of whatever weight is here, weight from this, weight from that situation prior, weight from anything that's weighing on you, the more you simplify your life and start to reconnect with yourself and really what makes you happy, the simple things, the little things, you will get closer and closer to this opportunity. And I feel like it's just only a matter of time. I feel like these are two people that had already been working on themselves. I feel like you had already been doing that, but you guys got to a point individually where it's like you just wanted to feel something, you just wanted to experience love, you just wanted to break, and you got that, but also you got more baggage because this situation hurt you. I feel like you guys have a very strong connection. You can see each other in each other, and I feel like you'll be great friends moving forward. If I had to say from this spread, I would say that Spirit's going to connect you with someone else, but you know, just be open to however way it plays out. And yeah, you guys, that is what I have for you. You can always reach me at Etsy, on Etsy, if you want your own private tarot reading. But yeah, that's what I have for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. right, if you chose group 4 with the Tiger's Eye Crystal Point and the Animal Totem Tarot, this is your reading. Getting into their highest version of themselves, their higher self, to see what their higher self wants to tell you, wants you to know, can reveal about this situation. So Spirit, please tap me into pile 4, Tiger's Eye. What does their higher self want them to know? What does their higher self want to tell them? Interesting. Well, let's start with the good. I wish I could share my good news with you. I feel like there's been an extended period of time that you guys haven't heard from each other. I don't feel like it's necessarily been super, super long, but this is giving me an energy of like the longest you've gone without talking to them. The last time you talked to them, it may have been an argument, it may have been bad energy. We have, I look for you everywhere, and I hope that you could forgive me one day. So I feel like the last time you guys saw each other, it was a bit toxic. Everything came to a head. You stopped talking to each other. Like, I feel like it was bad. I wish I could take back my words. Honestly, they may have said something that they know crossed the line. It was too much. It was too much. We have, I want you and I'm so attracted to you. So the attraction is still there regardless of how long it's been. I feel like they're naturally attracted to you as well. Like, as much as they try to separate from you or whatever, go on their own journey, ignore the feelings that they have for you, yada yada, like they're still very much so still attracted to you. It's something that they can't control. It's just kind of natural. Yeah. We have the timing just wasn't right for us. I hide behind material things has come up for every pile today. It's like a collective energy, like people trying to hide behind a mask these days, or right now. I'll have to look at like the transits and see if there's something going on, like heavy Neptune transit, because there's a lot of Pluto. There's a lot of masks and people hiding behind things instead of being vulnerable. It's just like the collective is afraid to be vulnerable at this time, like everyone. We will be together again. So tapping into their energy, they feel sure that Spirit, the universe, will bring you guys back together, but I feel like they're respecting your boundaries and they know that you need a breather. They know that you need some time away from them. I remember every detail of that day. This is giving me a little bit of a toxic energy. Like, I remember everything that I said. I remember how I said it. I remember like everything. Like, I feel like it was, like I said, everything kind of came to a head. Hopefully no one got physical, but I, you know, that's kind of what that energy is giving. We have abundance and I like you. Abundance says, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. So Spirit is telling you to be thankful for your freedom and to manifest what it is you want towards you, whether it's love, whether it's money, whether it's a new place, whatever. Like, continue on your path, because I just feel like the situation got too much. And with this separation, now that you've started to like cool down from things, I feel like Spirit is telling you, you know, this is a new beginning. There's a blank slate here. And of course, you're going to need time to heal fully, but also recognize that this blank slate, this period of separation you guys have, does give you the opportunity to create whatever life you want at this point, even without them. You know, you could take this opportunity, like things coming to a head like this, to create your own freedom, to move to a new city, to start a new beginning, to really focus on what matters to you in life, or to focus on regaining that part of yourself that you may have lost in this relationship. Like, don't just be ready and available just because that's what works for them, what works for you. I feel Spirit kind of calling you to recognize that this is an opportunity for you as well. Now, with all that being said, we do have the I like you card, so I see where their head is at. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, and want to date. This feels a little new, to be honest. Funnily enough, that feels a little new. And then we have the seduction card, so you may have someone new coming towards you in the midst of all this that can provide you some healing. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. That could also be touching on, of course, why the situation ended between the two of you. I don't feel like, I wasn't getting third-party energy. I feel like this person crossed a line. They said something really hurtful. They got really angry with you. They acted out of character. I feel like they did something that caused you guys to like have a separation. I don't feel like it was like a third party situation. For a few of you, that may be the case though. We have the dragonfly. This one says, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So Spirit is kind of telling you to move forward regardless of us tapping into this person's higher self and what they want to say. The higher self wants to say that they're regretful for what they did. They still want you. They're still attracted to you. But we have the twin flames card that came out. So if you guys are twin flames, honestly, that's how it's going to be, like really forever. Same with karmic situations, like just over and over and over and over and over again. They continue to manifest just over and over and over until someone just says enough is enough. And they say, we're not going to do this anymore. Like it'll keep going. Not because both parties are just so in love and because it's so good, but because like it's just what you're used to and you want to feel something. We have twin flames, yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. The sword and the rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, humor, protection, and power. Definitely feeling that power struggle as well here. I feel like both of you wanted different things from each other and you tried to get them from each other at the same time, and the situation just kind of collapsed between the two of you. We have keys on a ring. This one says many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, and a one-night stand. You know, this keys on a ring card though confirms what I was getting before, which is I feel like someone new is about to enter your life and Spirit is kind of like, hold on there. You know, don't make up your mind quite yet on if this is, you know, necessarily who you want, because there is another option that will come through, which is kind of unexpected for a reading like this. We got camera and love call. I mean, it could be them. We'll see. Love call says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. I'm very curious what their higher self were to say. At the bottom of the deck, we have not enough. So I'm very curious if their higher self would recommend that you move on or not. From their higher self's perspective, should they move on or should they? We have the Queen of Wands. Their higher self knows that doing what's best for you is what's best in this situation. Their higher self is saying you had an opportunity, or they had an opportunity to do right by you and they didn't. Make your decision based off of what you want, because if you choose to move on with your life, at the end of the day, they deserve it. They could have chose to do better and they didn't. Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands. This person will understand if you choose to move on. If you reflect on the situation and you realize that this isn't something you want to wait around for anymore, Page of Pentacles in reverse, you want to give up, all this person will do is understand. All they can do is understand. And that's coming from the higher self. We have the Magician. They will always have the opportunity to make things better with you. They can always come and try to woo you, but their higher self would honestly tell you to focus on yourself, because this person's got a lot of work to do. What are they doing at this time? Are they dealing with other people? We have Judgment in reverse and the World in reverse. A lot of escapism. So I would say, yes, they are dealing with other people. The World in reverse, that's kind of like an energy of they may catch something, like going through quite a few bodies. What else is going on right now? Are they doing any healing work at this time? What are they working on? Do they want to be back to Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords? At this point, they feel like if you guys will be together in the future, it'll be up to you. You'll be the one to make that decision. They don't feel like they have a right to say. They're kind of leaving everything up to you. Are they doing the necessarily healing work? Are they in a good position? Strength card and the Eight of Cups. They're growing. Eight of Cups. They're walking away from that version of themselves that offered you a crappy offer or overreacted. They're trying to grow as a person. Death card in reverse and the Chariot card in reverse. They haven't let go of the thought of being with you, but they're also not moving towards it with that Chariot in reverse. So they're kind of stuck in limbo. I'm really getting the ball is in your court. Like if you reach out to them to start the cycle over again, they'll be more than willing to accept. But King of Pentacles in reverse, Tower in reverse, they're going through their own personal growth and transformation. King of Pentacles in reverse, I don't see them making you an offer anytime soon. Like I said, like, you know, if you come to them and you offer them something, you know, if you throw it, Three of Wands, they'll catch it. But they're not in a place where they're feeling strong enough or healed enough to offer you something. And I also feel like they feel like best thing for you, the way to show you that they really love you or cared about you is to let you go. Like they feel like they went too far. Like Seven of Cups in reverse, Two of Pentacles. They don't feel like they deserve you. They want you, but they don't feel like they deserve you. And Five of Swords in reverse, they're kind of just taking this one on the chin. Six of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords, a lot of swords. I feel like they're really working on, how can I explain this? This is their inner dialogue with themselves, and I feel like they're trying to better get to know themselves. Also, like how the hell do you explain this? Five of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse. It's very much so a back and forth energy. Like I feel like an internal struggle going on with them, hardcore. A lot of fighting going on within themselves. Spirit, should they wait for this person or should they create a new reality? The message that I get from their higher self is that their higher self is saying they're not in alignment with you and they don't deserve you. And that's their highest self. Like their highest self that can admit is not coming from a place of ego and wanting to have everything. Their highest self is saying they're not ready. We have the Trapped in Fear card. I feel like you guys don't want to let them go because you feel like if not them, it's not going to be anyone else. That's crazy how the Moving On card crossed Trapped in Fear and fell like that, because it's kind of like, but that's your only option because they're not in a position to give you anything better than what they've already given you. So it's kind of it doesn't feel like this is your choice. It doesn't feel empowering. It feels like I don't have a choice but to walk away, because whenever I reach out to them, I just get the same thing. And I feel like, you know, especially with that freaking what was it, the Chariot in reverse and the did I know this was Judgment? Did I say that was Judgment? I don't think that even registered to me that we had the Judgment card that came out with the World in reverse. But that's definitely not an energy of them showing up as the best version of yourself. I can tell you that. That's horrible. The Judgment card in reverse and the World in reverse, that is a horrible combination. I gotta be honest. Yeah, Chariot in reverse. What came out with that? Was it this King of Pentacles right here? Chariot in reverse, though, they're in a place where they're not moving forward. I feel like they're at a standstill in their transition, and I feel like if you were to reach out to them, it'd be very, very toxic, to be honest. Like, I feel like you just end up in another cycle with them because they're at a place where they need to grow again. Like, they're in a place where they've kind of hit a wall on their personal growth. Discontent and boredom at the bottom of the deck. Like they're kind of like, okay, I've hit a wall. I'm not inspired to work on myself, to grow at this point. So if you ignite that in them again, I feel like you're going to have to take full responsibility of everything that comes with, and that's just going to be a mess. We have the awareness card, so I do feel like you've grown spiritually from the situation. And with the positive movement forward card, honestly, spirit keeps coming through, letting you know, like, you don't have to take this. You don't have to wait for this. There's so much better out there for you. Like you've learned about yourself and being that person that always saves people. And we have the intuition card. It's time to honor your intuition and take this new beginning that's available to you. And we have the suffering and silence card. I don't feel like this person is even reaching out, like, you know what I mean? Like they're not even like pulling on your heartstrings. You just miss them. They're suffering in silence. They're taking this on the chin. It's not even like they're like, please come back. Like they're suffering in silence. You need to stand your ground. We have the stand your ground card that came out. You need to stand your ground and move into your new beginning, because I don't feel like a new beginning is being offered to them at this time. I feel like another lesson or experience that's going to help them grow is what's being offered to them at this time. But spirit just keeps reverting this reading back to you. And we have the solar plexus chakra, which is all about you, yourself, your innermost soul. And that's what's being offered to you at this time. A new beginning, an opportunity to move on. And this person's higher self is even telling you they don't deserve you. They're not in alignment with you. They're not ready for you. They haven't done the work to be worthy of moving forward with you. Like, you need to let them go. Their higher selves is like, I'll just hurt you again. You'll end up damaged in this situation. Spirit, what else can you tell me here? What other messages come through from their higher self? Okay, we got a lot of that came out. So let's see. The first one says, no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. And I feel like you guys still have questions about the situation and this person. You still have like space in your heart for them. But I feel like it's better to do your own thing. You have a blank canvas right now. Time for you to create what you want your life to look like. And best case scenario, they do the healing that they need to do, and they find you. They'll find you. You're going to be celebrating something very special soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness. It'll almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it. Expect it. It's happening. I will say I do feel you have to take initiative on that. Like, you know, you have to take the first move towards moving to a new city, you know, pursuing a goal, a dream, whatever. And things will end very well for you. This one says, if you didn't get something you wanted at this time, or if you feel like stuck or things are not going according to plan, just know that something bigger and better is coming. You guys, I'm telling you, it's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you are asking for now. I feel like you guys are, it feels like career-based. It feels career-based. I keep seeing like Devil Wears Prada. That's the energy I feel with you guys, where it's like, you're meant to be like living such a higher timeline. And I know you want this now, but your options, okay, that you're going to have moving forward. And Spirit is saying, don't be ashamed of what you've, you know, given or surrendered. Don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be afraid of embarrassing yourself or appearing sappy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You'll only regret not saying it. So Spirit is saying it's better to have experienced all of this than to have not, because at least you were living out your fullest truth. But now it's time to, you know, go create some new I love yous and new connections. This one, focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as you'll only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you're creating your future. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move forward with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention the most. If something deep within you tells you that something is not quite right, Trust it. And I feel like that intuition is telling you, this person, I get a very dark energy from them to some degree. Like, you haven't even seen all that you're capable of. And I'm getting a little bit of an energy where it's like, get out while you can before something happens that cannot be reversed, you know? A bit of a dangerous energy. If you're unhappy with your life, change something. It's entirely up to you. Don't make excuses. You're in control. And then this last one says, don't worry. Everything you've been waiting for is on the way. Progress is being made, even if you can't see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process. You have an opportunity here to pursue your dreams, and you're going to make it. I feel like you may have even surrendered your dreams at one point for this person. Second chances are not guaranteed, but you have one here, group 4. You are going to have to initiate it in order to accept it. Spirit's not going to put it right in your lap, but there is an opportunity. So go get it. And I love you. And that's what I have for you guys. You can always find me on Etsy. It's in the description below if you want a private tarot reading. But that is what I have for you today. And I'll talk to you soon.